presently working in Central Tuber Crops Research Institute, which is one of the exclusive research institutes on working on tropical tuber crops. And I will be presenting what are our field experiences in entrepreneurship development. At the same time, I will also give some experience about what is the status of entrepreneurship development and agricultural startups in India. So this ICAR Central Tuber Crops Research Institute is established in 1963, and we have about 52 scientists. And there are two headquarters in Trivandrum, and we have a regional center at Bhubaneswar. And we are serving a variety of people. Actually, we are located in Trivandrum, but all our projects are in all over India. So we have more focus on northeastern hills, where tribal people are living, where tuber crops are very important. And we are also having programs in almost 17 states of India. So we are traveling a lot, and we are implementing, and our job is too much, like I say. And when you talk about this tuber crops as such, actually I am presenting a view of an institute which is exclusively working on tuber crops and how entrepreneurship is developed based on the technologies developed. As we have both the technology generation and the dissemination system as well as the entrepreneurship system. And you can see, if you see in Indian condition, tuber crops are secondary food staples for a very long time, and people say that sweet potato is it is worldwide recognized as a relief crop, and especially in the future, like they are saying, FAO is saying tuber crops is one of the very important crops which is catering to food and nutrition security in the future, because it can survive in any kind of environment, and it can even give profitable yield even in salinity areas, even after post-disaster conditions. Actually, we will say that even after flood, you will see some of the sweet potato tubers are finding there, because it's a kind of basically a food security crop. But nowadays, in the recent times, there is a drastic change, especially in Indian conditions. You can see in 1960s. In 1960s, it was a food security crop, and in between, when we come to 1980s and 2000s, it was primarily an industrial crop. Because if you, in India, cassava is primarily an industrial crop. 80% cassava produced in India are being used as a starch and sago production industry, and which is located in the south side of Tamil Nadu region. And it is catering to almost like 80% of the industrial products, starch, like they have several kind of products are available from cassava, like adhesives are there. We have developed several biodegradable plastics, and we developed alcohol from cassava, which is going to be a big thing in India in the future. And there are several kind of products are available. But nowadays, in the 2000 and 2020s, there is a significant change. It is no more a food crop. Recent government policy says cassava is no more a food crop, it is an industrial crop. It is a raw material for alcohol, and we have very specialized products, functional ingredients. We have orange fleshed sweet potato, we have a purple fleshed sweet potato, we have extracted pigments from there, and we are selling to different industries, whoever is interested, especially baking industry. So there is a lot of change, how tuber crops have evolved in Indian conditions. Technically speaking, and we have a larger market in African countries than India, we are getting more queries from Africa than India. And Madam knows that we recently conducted the FTF program. After the FTF program, we got 6 queries from African countries for several kind of machinery and several kind of planting material production techniques. Even they also want some of scientists to come over there. So actually, I am presenting in India. If you say about the entrepreneurship development, technically speaking, in ICR, there are two: extension and entrepreneurship development are dealt in different units. They are not same like what Michigan Product Center is doing. Entrepreneurship goes with the technology and commercialization and entrepreneurship, where the primary aim is to generate more of money. There is a specialized unit called Institute Intellectual Property and Technology Management Unit in our ICR Institute, which is taking care of taking what are the commercializable technology, like feasibility reports we are doing all market survey, we are actually estimating the cost of the technology, we are drafting this licensing agreement, and we are doing the intellectual property and the technology kind of IP management things, and we are also doing patent analysis. Everything is done under that particular unit, because fortunately I am in charge of that intellectual property unit. At the same time, I am also a person from extension background, so we are doing both in commercial basis as well as the intervention basis at the field level. And when we come to the extension department is primarily involved in technology transfer. We are implementing livelihood and food security programs and even value chain intervention programs in different regions. I will explain that some of the models which we have developed as a part of entrepreneurship development, both combining both these two sections there. So this is the structure it goes. So when your research projects, research results are out, they disclose the invention and we identify whether it can go for a patenting or not. If it is goes for a patenting, that unit processes all the applications, and then we are actually marketing, licensing the technologies, and we are giving to the different startups. And we actually create some kind of startups, or we are giving to several companies. This is one way of going there. Suppose if the disclosure of invention, if it is not disclosed, means that if there is no patentability is there, it is put to the extension department. So from there we develop a lot of publications there, and we develop sort of kind of a farmer-based entrepreneurship program where no money or very little money is involved. Because very high-fi industry, or actually we classify the technology, highly industry-specific technology, and with technologies which can help both the industry as well as the farmers, technologies which are exclusively going for the farmers. Actually, this is done at the IPTMU, Intellectual Property Technology Management Unit. If the technology is not highly industry focused, it is put through the extension line. So this is the constitution of Intellectual Property Technology Management Committee. Actually, this is the high power committee where all the decisions related to technology licensing, everything is taken. This is implemented by Intellectual Technology and Property Management Unit, where we do IP protection, maintenance, transfer and commercialization. There is a guideline from our side how we have to do it. So I am in charge of this unit, and whatever comes there, I am the secretary of this committee. Whatever comes over there, we are implementing, primarily related to technology commercialization and entrepreneurship development at the startups and industry level. And this is the way it works in the institution. We do technology support. We do mentoring and incubation. We have a small incubation center at our institute. We give handholding support for the industries. And through technology support, we create agripreneur, basically who are farmers and do additional business. And we go for community-based entrepreneurship, self-help group and farmer producer organization. We go for startups, private-owned startups and spin-off. Actually, spin-off is the concept to take in India, but we are creating a lot of private-owned startups. And a lot of handholding support for big industry and the MSMEs, we are doing it. And I am just giving you some of the models which we have developed as a part of entrepreneurship development. One model is taking biopesticides to the farmers through KVKs, where it is basically a revenue model. We merged our revenue model with the farmers' benefit, because the state of Kerala is going fully organic. Even many states, Sikkim has already become a fully organic state, but there are very limited options are available with biopesticides. If you go for a fully organic, the primary problem is there should be an access to farmers. It has to be accessed in a very affordable price. Means its sufficient quantity should be there at the right place, at the right time, at an affordable price. So for that, we created a small model. We have created a biopesticide from cassava leaves. We have extracted some components from cassava leaves, which is giving very good control over especially banana pseudosperm. There is a huge market in India. We have done market survey studies there. There is a huge market in India. But the problem is here in India, if you take any biopesticide, there is a statutory clearances are required. You have to have a toxicology data, and that has to be registered in Central Insecticide Board. It is a huge process. It will take years to come. But we have to identify an alternate way in between before going into that fully toxicology data, so that that material has to reach the farmer, not in terms of commercial basis. Because if you put in a commercial basis in a branded name, you should have that clearance, statutory clearance. So we went for a kind of organic protectants kind of thing, like Kerala state is doing, or maybe explaining what. We take this biopesticide to the farmers, basically like a field trial, and we may not be able to give it for all, but we may be giving to many people, where we made a MOU with the KVKs, and we are also going to make a MOU with, there are many agencies, state government agencies, Vegetable and Fruit Promotion Council of Kerala. So many MOUs we made. So this is the way it works. MOU between KVKs and CTCRI. Active ingredient is produced inside the CTCRI. And then there is we are giving licensing this formulation technology to KVKs. Active ingredient goes from here, because if they give the transfer the technology of active ingredient, we need statutory clearances. So that is not possible. We are giving only active ingredients, and it is formulated and the bottling is done by KVK, and they are distributing to the farmers. We already have 8 plus 6, now 14 KVKs we have signed an agreement. So it is going, the system is going, all active ingredients produced inside the CTCRI campus, it is going there. Now we are going to make another factory in KAU campus, and the license fee we are giving a very nominal, it is $354, only 25,000 for the period of 5 years. What is the active ingredient? They have to buy it from us. So this is a contract manufacturing system we have developed for taking the biopesticide to the farmers. And this is the impact. You can see 30,000 farmers are already covered per year. And that's a business at first stakeholder. This is the business what they got. What is the lessons learned means we have to have a multi-level engagement of stakeholders, because such kind of things we cannot directly go and sell the technology to the company so that they will make a profit, because this is basically a kind of social enterprise. It's a kind of social enterprise and best suited for solutions which demand immediate solution before a full business model is worked out. This is not a fully business model where you have to identify an intermediate thing. And way forward, we are actually expanding. As I told, we have an RKVY project taken on this, and we already applied for a toxicology data. It is going on. Second model is the quality planting material production. So we always say that the three S are going to rule the world: seed, shelf life, and skill. So these three are very fundamental for any kind of business-oriented kind of agriculture. Agriculture in India is no more a food security thing. It is going into a business mode. So we took a problem. Actually, all the models are developed based on certain kind of problems. Here you can see non-availability of planting materials of the tuber crops. Only 10% demand we could meet from whatever material produced from our side. So there are 90% market. We just convert how much. You can see that high cost of planting material. If a farmer, cassava farmer is cultivating, 40% of the cost he is incurring for purchasing the planting material. So it is going to be first thing is it is a problem for the farmer. At the same time, it is going to be a huge market for the people, seed entrepreneurs. So we have created a seed entrepreneurs. We did a pilot project with one person. It is going to be implemented for a larger scale now through public-private partnership. And the customers are governments, KVKs, farmers, and seed companies. Market size, only in Kerala you can see 40 lakh per year. So there is a huge demand for, because we say that we help the farmer, at the same time whoever is taking initiative to help the farmer, he also get benefited. It's a win-to-win situation for all. And this is the model we created. We made an MOU between one seed entrepreneur, it's a pilot project, and we supplied the breeder seed and a large scale multiplication under CTCRI scientist guidance. So using the certification standards. And the demand, actually we are receiving the demand from different agencies, and we are giving that demand note to the concerned licensee. He is supplying it, and the money is coming to CTCRI, we are giving to them, because money is not directly going to them, it is coming here and it is going to them. So license fee 25,000 for the period of 3 years. Seed materials are distributed, royalty is 1%. And all the feed supervision that the concerned farmer has to pay. And number of seed entrepreneurs created, now one we already created there, and now we are going for a 6. From this year onwards we made a system, and this model is suited when there is no formal seed system, because in India if there is a formal seed system you have to go with the state government, they have a seed inspectors are there, we cannot intervene that. When there is no formal seed system, especially for vegetatively propagated crop, this model will be very useful. And the coverage will be a problem, because we are working for whole India, not for the particular state. If you want to travel from Trivandrum to somewhere in Bihar, it takes almost 2 days by train, even it takes a lot of time. And transporting planting material from Trivandrum to other places is a huge job. We sent to Northeast 2 truckloads of planting material. It costs, even transportation cost itself 2 lakh rupees. So that itself we have to create so many kind of entrepreneurs at different regions so that this problem can be solved. And sustainability, it is a very important thing. Like once a seed entrepreneur is created, we are extending a lifetime agreement. So it means that whatever revenue he is getting, it is sustainable throughout the period, and it's a win-win situation for all. Actually, way forward, actually from the experience what we got is, we actually refined the seed certification standards. So it is going to be implemented by Government of India, and we have developed a standard operating protocol for doing this. We made a small booklet, who is who and what has to be done. And we are also expanding our networks. And the third model is in Techno Incubation Center model. It is primarily started as a food processing center. It's a very small thing. It's not like what Michigan is doing it. And there we are giving that renting of equipments, hand-holding we are doing it, and consultancy, and consultancy also we are doing it there. And these are the different tuber crop based product developed there. And coverage as of now Kerala, and we have created one more center in Odisha, similar thing that we are covering there. Startups created 12, and the capacity building around 11,546 farmers were trained in since 2015. So we are training them both in household as well as for the startup. Startup means it is money. For farmers, it is only for household, it is free. And the fourth model we created is a village incubation center. Actually, I don't know how many of you know, there is a Manipur, it's a northeastern states, it's a remote area in Bangladesh border, where it's actually a disturbed area, militant prone area. There is a Ukrul district where it's a border of Nagaland, and actually there are a lot of militancies there. And when we went for some survey there, we identified that a lot of self-grown cassava plants. Lot of self-grown cassava plants, and the farmers also growing cassava in their homesteads, but they are simply boiling it, consuming it, and giving us a thick feed. So we plan to have a value chain intervention there. Like materials, we made a small survey there. How much of material is available in that particular region? So based on that, we created a small village incubation center where they can prepare cassava-based snack food products. Actually, it was started in 2015. And we gave a couple of trainings. Then it is attached to Krishi Vigyan Kendra Ukrul, ICAR Research Complex, Northeast, and we did not go there. But in 2018 March, we went there. Surprisingly, we found this incubation center is functioning very well. And now that after seeing that model, I will say that we talk about the impact of extension models. This model is implemented in 5 states. ICAR Research Complex director, I saw the model is working very well. And he replicated it to 5 different states in the northeastern region. So now we are going to have a bigger version of this particular model from this year onwards. Here this is the solution. This is the multi-institutional collaboration. See, now presently that particular incubation center is catering to 150 farmers in 2 villages. They are earning 25,000 rupees per annum. It is managed by Krishi Vigyan Kendra. And the thing is, this has to be packaging material. Actually, now they are selling only in that capital city. It has to go to other places. So we are giving a packaging machine, and we are strengthening from this year onwards. Apart from this model, actually the very important thing is ecosystem has to be developed. As a institute, as a national institute, we have taken several steps to improve the ecosystem especially for tuber crops. Recently, we submitted a report to PMO office that cassava is so far regarded as a food crop in India. So we made a specific intervention last year. Then we communicated with the PMO, and now from in 2018 biofuel policy, cassava is included. It is the biggest achievement of Central Tuber Crops Research Institute. I'll say that because cassava alcohol, because I'll say that motorable alcohol in India. Last year, government has put a 20% mixing of alcohol with the petrol, the fuels, but they could not achieve it. They could achieve only 15%. And the rest 5% they imported from different countries. There is a shortage of alcohol in India, and there is the motorable fuels are going to be extinct in a few years. So their alcohol is required, and cassava is the only crop in India. Now sugarcane is there. Actually, it's a water-loving crop. You need a lot of water for sugarcane. Maize, they are doing it. Maize is primarily for poultry feed. If you convert into alcohol, and it is going to be a problem. Now, when compared to other crops, cassava has an upper role, and already we got 2 inquiries from entrepreneurs from Gujarat and several places to take the technologies. So we are actually creating an ecosystem where entrepreneurs can flourish. The second thing is, we are collaborating with several agencies in northeastern hills for taking this food-based tuber crops to the next level, small-scale village processing industry. And we are also doing, there is another tuber crop called Chinese potato, which is having a low glycemic index. It can be easily replaced. Any person who is having a habit of consuming more of potato can substitute potato with this. Because the glycemic index of this Chinese potato is about 60. It is coming in the medium level. So we are also doing to reduce the glycemic index to 50 or 40 through varietal breeding. So we already started a value chain intervention program in this down south, so that this crop can be brought to the food habits of the other people. And we create actually another intervention. What we are doing is the agricultural students. So we expect that they have to take some kind of agricultural startups, which is not happening in India. 95% agricultural startups created in India are from engineers. So agricultural startups are attracting $180 million of funding every year. Food processing is number 2 FDI attracting agent in India. But there are so many, almost 1,200 startups were created in the last year, and the last 3 years, around 500 agricultural startups were created, and 95% by engineers. So we need to inculcate the entrepreneurial attitude of the people in undergraduation. Already ICR is doing it by introducing entrepreneurship course, but we are teaching them specific skills, how to prepare the business plan, how to prepare the bankable project, how to attract funding. So we conduct 3 days training programs for agriculture students. Every year, almost 400 students we already completed. And we created a agri startup program last year to bring together all the agricultural startups into our ecosystem. And we are also conducting seed entrepreneurship program, especially for the EDP for the farmers in different places. And we are also training academicians as well as extension people on business, especially for business planning. So far in the last 3 years, we conducted around 23 business planning programs, and which around 650 people were trained from different stakeholders. Thank you, sir. Thank you.